So Chef Dilly, this is KJ again. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, that is sweet. So I wanted to reach out, like I said earlier, and tell you, man, I ran across your story, and I have a platform called Kicking It with KJ. I'm here in Las Vegas. And I think your story was really awesome, and that's actually why I created this podcast. And if you would be willing to, man, I'd love to share your story and then advertise Dilly's Catering on my platform. And then I'm waiting for some folks to get back with me to see if I can't place some orders and help some families out for the holidays. So what are your thoughts on telling your story?
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, well, go ahead, brother. The audience and the mic is hot.
Well, it's kind of, it's a big story. But I'll try to mash it up as much as I can.
No, take it. You can take your time though. Like you can take as long as you want, or go. It's up to you, brother.
Okay. Well, so I've been riding motorcycles a long time. I was basically riding to one of my buddy's houses, and I, started getting a little antsy, and I went off from a stoplight. A man who shouldn't have been driving because of his ability to see and his age and the rest of, he didn't have a driver's license or anything else. He just blew a stop sign and nailed me. Threw me 175 feet from my bike. In result, my right arm was broken, left rib cage, left shoulder, my left leg was amputated. It's kind of hard to talk about. I was awake the entire time. Up until when I got to the hospital, I ended up coding out. My heart had stopped from, a loss of blood.
Wow.
They didn't know if I was going to make it, but my mom and my brothers, I call them my brothers. These are the guys that I ride with.
Okay.
They were there for me big time and begging the doctors to try. So they gave me a little while. I ended up becoming stable within 24 hours after them giving me blood transfusions and all sorts of other stuff, surgeries and the rest.
Right. 18 surgeries, right? In 1.5 years in the hospital?
It was 18 surgeries altogether, and it was right under 2 years in the hospital.
Wow.
And it was spread out between a few different hospitals here in town. Sunrise was one of the main. They saved my life. Sunrise Hospital, Dr. Kingsburg over there was the people that saved my life.
Wow,
they fought, and I ended up coming back. And after that, it was just a fight of survival with all sorts of infections that were trying to attack my heart, my bloodstream, all the rest. And I was fighting MRSA a couple different times, and it was I ended up having to get more of my leg cut off because of that, because I wasn't getting blood flow because of these infections that were causing blood clots and everything. That's what was causing all of the surgeries to happen.
Wow.
And
so 2-time amputee.
Yeah. And
wow.
I felt defeated. And because I snowboarded, I kickboxed, I mountain biked, you name it, anything with wheels I was on before, I lost my leg. And you take someone like me and take their leg away, it's a little difficult. But while I was in there, I don't know, something pulled me towards cooking, man. And I just started watching every cooking show out there and cooking tutorials and reading books and by all sorts of different chefs, and even, reading old school Italian books and everything. And, lo and behold, 2 years later, I started cooking, and I'm pretty good at it.
Oh, man. Okay. So, I also do I do a spinoff called Cooking with KJ.
Nice.
So, I know I kind of surprised you. This was my first time ever doing this. So, hey, first of all, thank you. I was like, man, I'm going to call him. They're going to be like, bruh, get out of here with this crap.
No, man, I love it. It's cool.
No, you know,
No,
so
I'm just starting out with this business, so I mean, it's all new to me. It's going pretty well so far, and I got I don't want to, I got a guy that, he was a dang angel for me, man. He came out of left field, and I'll tell you what, invested in a lot of equipment for me and stuff like that to be able to start my catering company, and invested
yeah,
in me to be able to get licensing and all that sort of stuff. And, I think he wants to rename him anonymous, but he's, a local guy that owns a restaurant here in town in Boulder City, and he's an awesome dude.
man.
I
You
wish
know
I
what?
could shout him out right now.
You know what? I'm sure he's gonna listen. I hope he will. And thank you, Mr. Angel, because we need a lot of that in this world. And I think your story is pretty awesome. So, what I read about your story, right? As you said, you kind of gravitated towards cooking. If I read this right, while you were recovering in the hospital, did you watch a lot of food television?
Oh yeah, anything that had to do with food, and I worshiped Gordon Ramsay. Honestly, like I love that guy.
Yeah, do you like how he cusses people out? I love it.
Hey, you know what? I run by a thing of, like I always tell my friends, they come at me with girlfriend problems or anything like that, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, man. I'm going to tell you how it is. And that's what I like about Gordon, because that just means the man cares. He's telling you how it is.
Yeah.
So,
well, there's a lot of love, and I'm gonna tell you, #FeelGoodStory was shared by Marie Tamayo.
yeah, that's my mom.
That's your
Yeah,
mom?
that's my mom.
Oh
Yeah.
man, big shout out to mom. So she reached out.
She actually runs a nonprofit called Youth Leadership Authority out here, and it helps kids,
Oh yeah?
young adults and stuff like that. It helps them get in shape. It helps them with their mindset. It helps them with pretty much anything that you won't learn that you really need in the adult life, once you're transitioning out of high school.
Yeah.
And it's really cool what she does. When you got some time, check it out online.
Yeah, I've seen her. So the mutual friends, Jane Villafuerte, from Living Large, Las Vegas. And I think and she probably was over there at Movement Fitness a little bit. So that's pretty sweet, man.
She's pretty connected over there. She's got a smoothie named after her.
Does she? Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't get no smoothie named after me over there called the Chief. So I'm retired Air Force after 28 years.
Awesome. Thank you for your service.
And
man.
my dad said you weren't college material. So he sent me to the recruiter when I was 17, and I blinked my eyes, and 28 years later, it was like, oh man, where does life go? And I find that amazing. So how am I allowed to ask how old you were when your accident happened?
Yeah. So I was 25.
25? Okay.
And happened, and I'm 28 now.
Okay. And what kind of bike did you ride?
I rode a Harley Dyna. I still ride to this day.
Do you really? Man, fantastic.
Yeah. Some people call it, stupid. Some people call it, inspirational. Me, it's just I can't let somebody that just wasn't paying attention and was being just whatever, too prideful and wanted to go drive that day. Take away something that I love deeply.
Oh, man.
So, I still ride. I still ride a 2-wheel bike. I just had to make a cool little way for me to shift, and it works out great. I ride a Harley Dyna still to this day. It's a Dyna lowrider.
Bruh. Big applause, my friend. Big applause, man. Because when I think I've had a motorcycle license for a while, and then when I get on it, it's kind of like I'm a little more scared. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I know how to hurt myself enough just in the kitchen. As a matter of fact, I just my wife had bought me these new knives, and I was cutting potatoes on Thanksgiving, and I don't know if like potatoes, when they soak in the water, they kind of get that little film that makes them slippery.
Yeah.
And boy, and the knives are razor sharp, but I'm gonna tell you, it lost the battle against the slipperiness, and and the knife won though through my finger. And so I think towards the middle, it kind of maybe got not to the bone, but close. And yeah, so here I am feeling this. So if me and you ever make it to a kitchen together one day, just hey man, back up if I'm with a knife, man, or just stand over there and coach me. But hey, brother, man.
Hey, I've cut myself plenty of times too,
man. Well, that's but I honestly, I've been blessed to make it in and out of many combat zones. I did mortuary affairs overseas, so I'm the one who sent them home when they unfortunately died with honor and dignity, the ultimate sacrifice. And but a lot of my brothers and sisters I'm also an Air Force wounded warrior who learned how to rehab with amputations and prosthetics and stuff like that. So big kudos to you, my friend. And yeah, I just read your story and I felt like, even if I talked to you for a few minutes, and we talked about Dilly's Catering, I wanted to be able to first help you and put that out there on my platform. And then I am waiting for some folks. I am just waiting, but my intent is to at least grab 4 of the traditional holiday dinners. And we'll talk about that after this, but I definitely want to put your information out there. But if you had any little quick plugs about Dilly's Catering and getting folks, what would you say to them real quick?
I would say, what was the question? Sorry. Way?
This is like your impromptu commercial. Like, hey, hit up Dilly's Catering, where you got the traditional holiday dinner, Santa-sized holiday dinner, and happy holiday pies. I almost did it for you, huh?
You're putting me on the spot right here. All right. Hey, call Dilly's Catering if you need anything, for the holidays, even non-holidays. I do office parties. I do, parties at the park, parties at the bars that don't have, food. I do parties for pretty much everybody from, motorcycle groups to Boy Scouts to all sorts of people lately. So, go ahead and give me a call. I specialize in barbecue. I'm real good with barbecue. I do a lot of other stuff such as Italian and, little other international things. And my cheesecakes are the die for. So give me a call.
Man, brother, I appreciate that. And Dilly is actually your name, or is that just the brand?
No, my name is Dillon.
Dillon. But Dilly's. Okay.
Yeah, man. Everyone's called me Dilly growing up, or Dill Pickle or whatever. So, but yeah, man, that's just, it's always been something my mom too has mainly called me growing up, and I wouldn't be here today without that lady. She was the one that fought for me tooth and nail in the hospital. Like, when they said that I had to, go to a different hospital because my insurance wasn't affording that hospital, she would get that changed real fast and get put to the best one.
Oh, brother, man, a mother's love, man, cannot be. Do you have brothers and sisters?
I have one sister, yes, in New Mexico.
Okay, yeah. See, I got 6 kids, so I'm gonna tell you.
I have a daughter.
Do you?
I have a daughter and 2 stepkids. Yeah, my fiance's name's Ashley. My daughter's name is Reagan. She's 5, and then her 2 kids are Faith and Jackson that are 6 and 4.
Man, man, I got to keep this G-rated. My show can veer way off, man. But man,
you're good. They probably won't be, searching on the internet anytime soon. So.
Nah, okay. Well, brother, much love and blessings, and I appreciate you sharing your story. Maybe one day, man, we can get in the kitchen together.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
And so I just recently bought my dad got me a Traeger for my retirement gift. So I
just got the Pit Boss Navigator.
Oh my goodness, right? So we might be able to do a little smoking collaboration. And usually when I say that nowadays, they'd be like, "Well, I thought you couldn't do that stuff." And I was like, "No, not that kind of smoking. Smoking meats."
That's all right. There ain't nothing wrong.
Man, sweet. So I have your number. I'm waiting for some callbacks. I'm definitely placing orders through you. I just want to make sure I get the information because my intent is to just pay for it, but connect you and them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. So you want to pay for it, but you want me to just deliver it straight to them.
Right, right. And so hopefully there's not any issues, because some of them are going to be probably military families.
No,
Um,
that's okay. I'm actually part of a Patriot and Veteran Club
okay,
that does a lot of charity around town, and I do a lot of things for veterans as much as I can
okay,
for veterans.
okay.
'Cause I wanted to be a Marine myself, but they wouldn't let me because I got a metal femur from a motocross accident when I was 17, and they
Bro,
just wouldn't let me do it. So,
bro, you live in that Ghost
but,
Rider life, man. Like wheels of fire and just living. But you know what though? You're living, and you're
hey,
continuing
I've
to push
calmed
through
down
it.
nowadays. I got to. I can't be hurting myself too much anymore for my kid. That's why, you know, went another route. I didn't, start making lots of money with, doing the sports. So I gotta, do what else, the other things I love, which is cooking. Honestly, is my passion. So
Well, I always say this, and then we'll wrap this piece up with this question for you then. And I always say this when I do my cooking with KJ things. You can't cook if you're unhappy. Like, you got to be happy, because then the food tastes better.
the the best food in the world, you got to make with love, man. The
Yes,
best
sir.
food in the world is made with love. If there's no love in the food, it's not going to come out right.
Man, that's what I'm talking about.